What?
All
right.
Papi Muñano.
Roll the intro. Welcome back to Lumbridge Lounge. We are in the middle of our bingo, the summer 2023 bingo. What is this, our third bingo now?
Number 3.
Number 3. I just got back from vacation, so I'm kind of getting back into the swing of things. But
And he's ready to be the hard carry, which he has been
pretty much
yesterday.
Yep.
Which is really dumb because I've been playing all week and he's already got as many drops as I have.
Yeah, I got 2 tiles in like an hour. Anyway, we're back. We're here to talk about a lot of things. There's a lot of things that have come up since our last episode, so stick around. And we're probably not going to cover everything because there's just so much.
Definitely not going to cover everything because one of those things is forestry dropping and I really don't care.
Yeah, we'll talk a little about forestry, but it's really
like, woohoo!
meh.
Yay!
Even for like new players, it's not like that exciting.
It's cut the trees, now cut the roots.
But I do appreciate that it's more not. There's more to it than just cutting trees.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of on par with fire making.
Oh yeah, where it's just like, why am I doing this?
Like, is this really a skill? Like, of course you can turn the logs into other things, but I don't know. Anyway, we're back and we're better than ever. And
ready to rock.
What are you doing? Dale Essence?
Yes, sir.
What's your total level?
My total level is 2251, baby.
Getting there.
26 levels to go.
Okay, how many episodes of Lumbridge Lounge do you think it'll be until you max? When is your maxing episode?
I don't know. Like 2 or 3 months, maybe?
So like 2 or 3 episodes? Hopefully more than that.
Hopefully more, but probably.
Yeah, probably. I would say 4 episodes from now. You'll be maxed.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, for sure. Definitely 5.
I've slowed down this week just because of bingo, but like it's been guilt-free because like now I've been able to do other content and I've actually made a couple drops, some money. Oh, yeah. And now I'm going to be able to finish herb lore.
You got a pet drop? Too bad it was a dupe.
Got another Kraken pet, which still doesn't show when I type !pets.
Really?
I don't know why. My rune light's scuffed because like I type !pets and it only shows my Vorky and I think the Abyssal Protector might be my Kraken, but I have 4 pets and it only shows 2.
Well, we'll have to look into that because there's 2 different sections in your collection log that you have to look at for it to update on Runelight.
Oh, really?
Not just one. There's 2. There's like all pets and skilling pets. I don't know.
Well, I thought you just had to go to the boss because then it shows the collection.
No, I think you have to go to all pets.
Okay.
So I think that's your problem.
We'll see.
But we'll see for sure.
Because I think I've done that too, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, if you guys are watching us on YouTube or Spotify with the video form, it is a little delayed and we don't know how to fix it. It's just the website we use. We actually record our video through my phone on a website, and I think the site is just slow right now because I know our internet is fine, but I think the site itself is just a little slow today. So if it's a little annoying to you, then just don't watch the video part.
Just listen to us be dumb. What?
Yep, listen to our smoothie silk voices. Well, there's so much to talk about. Where do you want to start?
I have no freaking clue,
Let's just go like what we usually do with account and life updates. I can go first because I don't have too much.
For sure.
My account progress is just Calfight Queen, man. I am almost at 2,000 KC. I think I'm at 1925 right now. Still no pet. I'm still going to keep rolling because if I stop now, it will just be all in vain. So
it'll haunt you until you get it.
It's fun though because I like seeing where I'm at on the high scores now because I'm around 2,000 in the ranks. But that's just for main accounts. I looked up for hardcore accounts and I think rank 1 is only 4,000 kills for rank 1.
Too bad you're not a hardcore.
But I've died plenty of times, so it doesn't even matter. Okay. And I looked at the person who has rank 1 KQ in hardcore, and that account is crazy. I don't remember the name of it, but just look it up. That account has so many rank 1s in bosses, it's crazy. Like, I think that our hardcore account has rank 1 in Hydra as well.
That's cool.
Like, that's crazy. But still doing that and just still raiding. All I'm doing really is just raiding and Calfight Queen and Master Clues. And I actually did get into Bounty Hunter a bit before my trip. and that's been fun. I'm trying to still figure out what kind of build I want to use because I don't want to waste too much money. All I really want to do with it is get the Dragon Warhammer ornament kit, and we'll see if I want to keep doing Bounty Hunter after that. But right now it's just kind of toxic for me. I don't really like dealing with the PKing community out there because it's just really like pressuring, I guess is the word.
Yeah.
It's like every time I pair with someone, they're just like, I don't know.
They're just a-holes.
Yeah.
Like, let's just be honest. Like, we need to figure out a way to change that community in there because it's like, you're never going to get new PvP players unless, like, you have somebody to mentor and put them under their wing, which we do have a couple PKers in the clan now.
Yeah.
But before, like, 2 or 3 months ago, or even, like, maybe, like, 4 months ago, we really didn't have any of that because none of us knew how, and anytime somebody wanted to get into it, it's just too toxic of an area where it's like, well, I guess I'm not going to be part of that because it's hard to get into it.
I would definitely recommend either Last Man Standing for learning PKing, but I would recommend Bounty Hunter first because you don't have to worry about overhead prayers at all. All you do is just turn on Smite and just Piety and protect item, and then you just use your Venge Sack for your spell and just eat at the right time and spick at the right time. Other than that, you're just dealing with what kind of risk you're willing to put up with. And right now I just do like a 300k risk. But
which means you're probably not going to win very often.
Yeah, I'm not.
But when you do,
often.
like it's still great.
Yeah, it's still good to learn. It's helpful to learn. It's kind of scary because I am risking a. I think it's the Armadillo Godsword, not the Voidwaker, because I'm not gonna do that. Because if I get smited, I'd lose it. But it's fine as long as you just keep your prayer up. You're not gonna lose it.
Yeah.
It's not like you're out in the actual wilderness and you're gonna get
jumped
PK'd
on
by rot.
Oh gosh.
But anyway, that's been fun. Just been doing a little bit of bingo. Got 2 drops. We can talk more about that later. And life update about my trip. I actually took the in-laws and my family to Seattle, and then after that we flew to Disneyland and spent time there and went to California Adventures. It was pretty fun. And now they actually continued their trip, and I came home early with our daughter, and they went to Vegas. So they're in Vegas right now. And the temperature right now in Vegas, I think today, what's today? I can't
20th?
see the date, the 20th or something. The highest temperature today is like 117 in Vegas.
That's insane, dude.
And I don't think I've ever experienced that high of temperature before.
I have.
Yeah, it's hot. And so I hope they're having fun there, but I am here and now I have a chance to record, and yeah.
We're doing it.
Pretty much all I've been doing since then. What about you?
What about me? Well, another little update for both of our lives since the last time we recorded is both of our daughters turned 1.
That's right. Yeah,
we had a couple parties and stuff. Maybe I might post it in the real life chat in the Discord at some point because I just forgot to. You posted your cake smash with Violet. Ruth, we had a chocolate cake and my wife made it. So she put way too much frosting on it. So her hands would get covered in frosting, and then she'd just like touch herself, and it just was all over, like everywhere.
You need to post that picture of you like holding her, and she's just covered in like.
I wish we got a
frosting.
picture because I think for a minute we were like actually spraying her with the hose to clean her off a little bit, but then she didn't like it, so we just we took one of the bowls that were there and just got some of the water and just like splashed it on her, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
No, it was really fun. Other than that, my big updates have kind of gone in the past. The week before bingo started, I had some work stuff to do for like 3 or 4 days. And other than that, I have like a 3-week break right now. And then we go on vacation with my in-laws because my wife's 2 twin brothers, they graduated high school. So we're going to go on a little trip with them and have some fun before the summer ends. So...
Nice.
That's the plan. So I still have another like 2.5 weeks before that happens. Account update. I've just been grinding away. I think since last episode I got 99 crafting.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't know if I was at 95 agility, but now I'm at 97. So we're chilling. We're almost there.
You're getting there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Once agility's done, you just feel like nothing is holding you back anymore.
Oh, yeah. And that's kind of why I'm doing day alt right now, is because, like, I will be doing agility next week. I think agility is going to be, like, I'm not going to worry about rune crafting at all anymore. Like, I know I said one level here and there, but I think if I just get agility done, the rest of it's just going to be cake.
Yep.
Like, easy. So,
yep.
If I'm grinding a skill out, like, I'm not just clicking green boxes like I am on agility, I'm probably going to go for Hunter next. Or Herblore. It's kind of a toss-up.
Are you going to do Herbivore for Hunter?
That or monkeys.
Monkeys, yeah, that's true. The monkey tails are really nice, especially if you just want to AFK and not really think about anything.
Dude, at the end of the school year last year, and, like, I don't know if I should be saying this anywhere, like, you know,
on the record.
You know, in high school and stuff, where, like, the last week and a half, 2 weeks is just, like, nothing. Like, like, teachers can't give you anything else. Like, there was that last week, like, the last 4 days, where it's like, I've already turned in your guys' grades.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing else for me to give you.
Mm-hmm.
So we watched, like, a movie one day, and then we did something else the next day, and then we, like, cleaned my room the last day. And that was it.
Yeah.
Like, so those, like, 3 or 4 days, I just did Hunter all day, and I got, like, 2 million Hunter experience in, like, 2 weeks. It was amazing.
Right.
So.
That's cool. It's always nice to, like... and I miss that since I'm max now. Like, it's nice to, like, do real-life things and then not have to, like... You don't really think about doing your Hunter, but you're progressing that while doing real-life things.
Yeah, or, like, there's some times where I'm, like, I don't know, hanging out with the wife or something and we're watching TV or anything like that. It's like, well, I'm progressing, but I'm not paying attention to it, and it's great.
Yeah, it's not like I can't just do that and, like, do tabs on mobile while cleaning the house or something.
You could do giant mole.
Not really. It's so annoying because the mole just leaves so fast. And then I can't do Calfight Queen just passively, or else I'll die if I look away from my phone for like 5 seconds. So I don't really have anything AFK going on anymore.
But I think that's the joy about being maxed, is that now, like, instead of worrying about progressing, now you're just, like, using it as, like, your playtime. Like, it's just there to play now.
Everything I do now online or in game, it's just all progress to my, like, overall rank. Whether it's getting collection log slots or raid KC or just goals of mine like the Calfight Queen boss KC. So it's pretty satisfying at the end of every session that I play to know that, like, wow, I did 75 Calfight Queen in these 2 hours or 3 hours. No, like 2 hours. But I just hope that I don't have to do that grind for very long.
The Calfight Queen?
Yeah.
I can see you going to 4,000.
I could do 4,000, but if it goes over 10,000... It'd be cool to have such a high rank in that boss, but at the same time, it's like it's so much effort. Like, it's so much clicking. It's a lot of food and it's a lot of charges because I use the Temekan Shadow. And
you're just pooping money away.
Yeah.
Just goodbye.
Yeah, but it makes it so much easier. And the boss and the KC goes so fast. I tried doing it with Torva and the excuse me, and the blue. What's the blue Karis?
The breaching.
The breaching not partisan. But that takes so long. Like, I'm so used to how fast I can get kills with the Shadow.
Scepter. That's
every other method is so slow.
Yeah.
So I just can't get over it now. I have to stick with the Shadow setup for Calfight Queen. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do after that goal. I think I'm going to dedicate myself to CMs, like, solely. Like, whenever I have time, I'm just going to run a CM. And try to get the full ancestral recolor, because that's a big goal of mine for this year. We did the whole resolution thing in December, and that was a big goal of mine.
We need to, like, pull those out, like, for, like, the last third of the year, and just be like, okay, where are we at?
And then like, see where we're at, see what we've accomplished, and see what we haven't, and then, like, tell ourselves, like, all right, let's focus on those goals. Because I remember you said you wanted to at least try an attempt at the Inferno.
I said maybe at the end of the year if I'm maxed and ready to go. Yeah. So it might be a next year thing.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so we still have a lot of goals and stuff. And I know a lot of people, like, once they max, they kind of quit the game. Or they either make an Iron Man and, like, start all over, which is kind of crazy to me.
My thing is like, and I think you have the same opinion as me, is like, I would never start another account. Like, well, like, I could see myself doing a group Ironman and starting over that way. But, like, just the amount of hours and things. This game I put more hours into than anything else in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And to think, like, oh, if I'm going to do an Ironman, I'm not only going to double that, but probably triple that amount of time into this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't have the time anymore, man. Like,
my mindset is if we do make something like a group Ironman, it wouldn't be like a completionist sort of mindset. I think we would pick a goal. Like, we're going to make a group Ironman that just does TOB. And then we get all the gear that we need for it, and then that's all we do.
maybe that's like the end goal for an Ironman is to together, like in a group of 4 or whatever, together to complete the collection log at TOB.
Yeah.
That would be a cool thing.
A complete collection log, at least one pet, one item of everything. And then once that's done, we either, if we're having a lot of fun, we do it with another raid, or we just put it to rest.
Put it to rest.
And be done. Because then you can kind of tell yourself, like, okay, we need this weapon, this armor, so we have to do God Warriors and stuff, and before we even start TOB. But, like, to think that I would try to put myself in the mindset again to, like, max it and get the achievement cape and the quest cape. And
you
everything.
cannot pay me to do 99 agility ever again. Like, you can't pay me. Like, there's not enough money in the world. That's a lie. Like, if you paid me like $1 million, I'd probably do it. But still, like, no. I don't want to do that again.
If you gave me $5,000, I'd do 99 agility.
Really?
Yeah. $5K.
Anybody out there want to pay me?
If you give me like
we're gonna get banned now. for
DM the Baron 72 on Discord.
No.
Just kidding.
I'm so close to max. Wait until then. Just kidding.
Yeah. So there's that, and I mean, there's so much more to talk about. Where do you even want to begin? Do you want to talk?
Let's talk about the bingo first, and just like not get it out of the way, but that's like what everybody wants to listen to.
That's what everybody wants to know. That's what people have been asking about. That's what people are messaging us about in game. Like, if we're gonna do a podcast episode in the middle of bingo to see how it's going, and so, yeah. Do you want to kind of take the reins on that? Because I've been gone.
For sure. So, at the beginning when we were planning this and making it, like past bingos, the last bingo, we already know is kind of a train wreck with how the teams worked out and things and what we allowed and whatnot. So this bingo, I kind of pulled the reins on it, kind of a thing. And I took like the forming of it in my own hands. I had one other mod help me out, Trees, shout out. And then it ended up being like 2 or 3 mods just to like read things out and stuff. But I really wanted to make this my event because like we ask, just so you know, if you're ever thinking about wanting to try to be a mod or anything like that, the main thing we ask our mods to do is just run events and keep that clan active. Like that's the biggest thing, is that your job is to bring people into the clan if they need it, and to run events to keep people interested in the clan. Shout out to some people.
Before you continue, if you want to be a mod, we have a specific channel in the Discord that you can click on. It's called Mod Application, and you can open a ticket, and it'll send a direct message to both of us and make a little group chat with just us. So join the Discord in the link in the description, and you can find that channel and apply to be a mod.
Yeah, and we need to be better at replying to people on that. So,
yeah.
Little goal of ours. But, like, I could just put it out there for a couple great mods, like Jared runs Free For All Fridays. Volrath runs a bunch of different stuff. Like there's a bunch of different mods that run things and get things rolling. DJ Screw runs PKing events and stuff like that. Will be boss events and whatnot. Like that's what their job is, kind of a thing, is to keep activity rolling throughout. Because last year that was basically put all on us, and it got very, very tiring for 2 people to just, okay, what are we doing this week? Like, what activity are we going to do? So I wanted this to be kind of my bi-yearly two big events to kind of push out and do. And so also, like, any problems and hiccups, instead of getting mad at everybody and getting mad at each other, everybody could just get mad at me. And I'm okay with that.
Perfect. And for some of you who are mad at some things in bingo, like,
just have fun.
Just enjoy it. This is a clan event. This isn't some competitive thing that should divide us. It's supposed to unite us.
For sure. And, like, some people were confused, and I'm glad we talked to a few people. They're like, oh, we're trying to stick with just our team to do content and stuff like that. I don't feel like that's how a bingo's supposed to run. Like, I feel like the big thing is that, yes, you're on your own teams, but, like, get together and do things together. Mm-hmm. Like, have fun. Some teams may not want to go for, like, a raid you're going for just because they already have the tile. But, like, if you both are looking for the tile, heck, hit up somebody on another team and say, hey, let's go do a Chambers run. Just because we both need the tile,
yep.
You get 2 people, we get 2 people, let's run, let's go.
For example, we did a Tob run last night, just one. And at the very end of Verzik, during the Purple Tornadoes, we had a green ball hit me right at when she's at like 2%. And it hit me at 10. I had 10 health left. And then I don't know what happened, but I died like 2 seconds before Verzik died. And so it counted as a death, and I still got the purple. And mm-hmm. we had other people in another team in that group. Person. Yeah, we had one other person. So it was you and me, and then another person, and then a random guy.
Yeah.
And so even though I died, I still got the purple. So you never know like who's gonna get the purple in their name. Yeah. So for people who like don't want to raid with other teammates, for the chance
clanmates,
other clanmates, I mean, on the chance that they might get the purple. It's
all never fun and games, man.
You never know, you know.
Like the more exciting thing is that we got a purple. Yeah, who cares?
It was like a Justy face guard, but
who cares?
It was a collection lock slot.
And like if Richard would have got it, like we'd have been like, oh, screw you, kind of a thing. And that's probably what he felt. Oh, screw you, kind of a thing. But like I'd have been excited and happy for him. Yeah, like, who cares?
I love seeing those pop-ups in the clan chat of people getting stuff.
But then seeing that hype of us getting a purple, we went so. Carter got the purple, got the Justy face guard, and then we were like, okay, screw it, let's go straight to Chambers and let's try to get that one because there's 3 tiles for raids, purple at each one. So we're like, let's go for a Chambers. Anybody want to come? And we got like 10 people in there. It was awesome.
Yeah.
What was awesome too is that a couple people that were already done with that tile got on their alts, like their Ironman, and just came and joined us and said, okay, screw it, we're going to increase they increased the odds for us to get a purple, but then they're also kind of like trying to snipe it too, like, okay, we're going to try to take it.
Which is fine.
Which is awesome. And so they're working on other tiles on their mains, which is completely fair because they already have the tile. They don't even have to be there. And they were there helping us out and having fun with us, which is all the essence of what a bingo should be.
Right.
And we had 10 people there. And do you want to tell them the result?
So at the end of that Chambers run, which was right after the top run, I got a purple again.
So back to back, 2 different raids.
I got the deck scroll, and that was another collection log slot that I got, and that's my second purple at Chambers. And so after that, we were like, all right, let's go to TOA and try to get our tile there as well. And sadly, we didn't get one though.
Yeah.
But so we were really hoping that we'd get it back to back to back.
So 7 of those 10 people went straight to TOA with us. Yeah. And we ran another raid, or 6 of those 10, and then we had an extra person jump in.
Yeah.
So.
And I love raiding with more people. Like with Tob, you can't really say that because you need like 3 or 4 people. 5 people isn't really ideal, so that's kind of sad. That kind of works that way with Tob. But Chambers is just so fun with 10 people because
it's so chaotic.
I know some people get so irked at getting burned at Ulm, but it's like it's not that bad.
It's 5.
It's 2 sips of your aids, your Xerx's aids, your brews, whatever. And it's like just have fun. It's funny to like see everyone running around burning up. Like it's not that deep, you know. And as well with TOA, I think the funnest raid with big groups is TOA.
Yeah, like last night. Oh my gosh, we did a TOA and we did Baba, and when we were doing it, like people were, I don't know how to explain it. It was just chaotic, and
it's like when you step on an anthill and every ant is just swarming all over the place.
And during it, we ran Boulder Dash with no Mind the Gap, and I think something else I don't remember.
We would have wiped if Mind the Gap was on.
Oh yeah, but. A couple people were in there just like, this is so confusing. Like, how are we at 300? Like, I don't understand these these invocations. Yeah. Why are you running this and that? And both me and Carter are just like, this is how we learned. Yeah. Like, this is just what me and Carter
wanted to run experts and not make it hard when we were learning. So we didn't have Insanity on, we didn't have Mind the Gap on. We were on softcore, but we still had a 300 raid.
Yeah.
And it's just those weird little invocations that people don't really think about.
Yeah, and they're like,
ended up to 300.
These are the ones that you put on when you do a 500 raid, and it's like,
yeah,
but it's easier to me. Like,
if you turn off the other things, it's totally doable.
Yeah.
When you add both of them together, that's when you make it difficult.
Like, I don't understand. Like, now I understand the fast tiles going in Akka, going like red, white, red, right, like, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know the invocation name.
Feeling special?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, why stress? Like, I don't know. That just is like, yeah, after a while it becomes second nature and it's really easy. But like, I don't get why everybody pushed that one. And it's like, let's do that one. It's like...
Well, the thing why people like that one is so that special attack goes over faster, so you can continue to damage him and kill him faster.
Oh, I guess that's true.
A lot of people like to have that 40-minute timer for some reason, but I just don't like that pressure. I don't like having to... Like, it's fine. Like, I'm totally fine running to the next room right away, but when you're in a big group of people, it's hard to have everybody on it the whole time. But it does make it easier to get a faster time when you have more people, but at the same time, I just don't like the
Well, and then
pressure.
in the bigger group, too, I feel like it's way more risk, because I feel like I've wiped a couple times in bigger groups when filling specials on, because, like, 3 of us are just like, oh, we're dead.
If one person gets hit by the fire and then burns everyone, and everyone starts burning...
And then you get hit by Akka right out. Like, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
And then when you turn, like, transparent and white, and then everybody doesn't know where to go, or there's, like, 2 people next to each other, and then they both have the same idea, like, oh, I'm going to stand on him, and they just swap places, and then both get hit, so it's crazy. So I try to, like, find someone that we go and DD on, because if we know that one person, like, okay, everyone go DD on the Baron, on Colin, and then it's just a lot easier, but I don't know. It's just more fun, because if it's just you and me, it's fine, but it's just so, like...
We were getting to the point with Chambers where it was just like, we didn't say a word.
We start playing music because we're just, like, not saying anything.
Yeah.
But with the big group, it's just hectic, and it's just way more fun. It makes it more enjoyable, because it's a lot more than just hoping to get a purple, and then if you and I do a TOA or a Chambers and it's at the end and we don't get a purple, it's like, well, that was a waste of time.
Yeah.
But when we do it in a group of people, it's like, well, that was hilarious.
That was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Well, and like what I've really loved about this bingo more than the past ones and more about any other event that I've ran or been a part of is I feel like I finally let myself like show my personality to the clanmates and actually like show who I am. Because, like, I'm not one that'll be the funny guy the whole time. I'm not one that'll be the talker the whole time. But I will throw those jab jokes all the time. And the first couple of times when I was in that group chat, they're all like, what the heck did he just say? Like, what the... like, wow. Yeah. And then I was just like, that's just my humor, man. Like, just throwing jabs. That's all I do. Yeah.
It's good fun. And I'm just so... We haven't said this in a while, but I'm just so happy with the growth of this clan that we've had. I just remember like it was just barely a year ago that we were just saying like, man, I can't believe our clan's at 30 members now. And now we're at like 240, and there's always over 15 people online. And now bingo, like it's been like 30. Right. And since we're on the West Coast, when it gets midnight, then it's like
5
there's either the degenerates in the East Coast on, or there's the Europeans on, because there's not that many people on the West Coast that stay up at like midnight for some reason. And so in like this time of the day, like noon, a little past noon, so it's like
how many people are on right now? Let me check. 17, baby.
17. And it's just it's always like people logging out, people logging in. I would say every day within our clan there's at least 50, 55 people getting on every day. And it's just been great. And it's so cool to have like this Discord and this clan that we have and not have to worry about it, and not have to baby it. So shout out to the mods and everyone. There's even members who aren't even mods that are doing a lot of help for this whole clan.
Thank you.
And so if you're that person out there who wants to be a mod, like once again, just hit us up, and we wouldn't mind having more mods. What was that?
I don't know. For those listening, I just pounded my chest and put the peace sign up like, we love you.
We love you. We love you. Yeah. And that's been fun. And it's fun to like, I'll be busy doing some real world thing and I won't have any thought about RuneScape, but I'll check the Discord and I'll see there's always someone in the voice chat, a group of people, whether it's 2 people or 10 people. And we have multiple voice chats now because people requested to have separate, separate rooms. And it's just so cool. And I think I even screenshotted on my phone when I was on my trip, like the first day of bingo, and there was like 25 different people in like 4 different voice chats.
Awesome.
I was like, I had to scroll a few times to see everyone. And it just made me so happy to see all that interaction. And I just wish that it was always like that we didn't always have to do bingos for it to be like really, really active like that.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to get in a voice chat and interact with some clanmates, because I've gotten a lot of compliments about how like friendly and great this clan is. And it's not because of me or him. It's about all of you guys. Mm-hmm. So...
I wonder why they go to you, man.
I'm the daddy, you're the mommy.
Yeah. I'm more like the
Or are you the
nephew.
daddy and I'm the mommy? Everyone's afraid of the daddy.
I'm the stupid nephew. It just kind of is here.
You're the creepy uncle no one wants to talk to.
Probably.
I don't know. Yeah, hit up either one of us if you guys need anything. And if you guys are listening and you haven't joined the Discord yet or the clan in-game, the clan is Lumbridge Lounge with a space in between.
Or subscribe.
Smash that like button and ring the bell for more videos. You'll probably get a notification once every 3 months.
Something like that, yeah.
And I don't know if I mentioned this before, probably not in the last episode, but I wanted to make a top guide for the longest time, so we are currently in the works for that. It's not going as fast as I would want, just because I'm lazy and I want to play RuneScape, not sit there.
You just had your family over for a week. You're prepping for that for like a week before that. Like, there's just a lot of stuff going on. So,
but I am so excited for it. It's like the one piece of content that I would actually want to dedicate this much time to it, and so I'm making it like a 7-video series instead of just like a super long hour-and-a-half guide, because there are guides out there that are that long for raids, and a lot of people that I've spoken to, they seem really intimidated by that length of a video. They go like, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch this hour-and-a-half video, like this movie about a guide for a raid." Like, it seems cool to like that there's that much information out there that you can learn, but I was inspired by another guide for TOB where it was similar like that, where there are little video bits for each section of the raid, and each video is like 5 minutes to 10 minutes long, and it just makes it way easier
more
to put
digestible.
yourself and dive into that content.
Yeah, it's more digestible because like you go into Maiden as the first room, and if I would watch that whole hour-and-a-half thing, that's 2 hours ago. Like, I don't remember at all anything. So it's nice to have like, okay,
and go back to that one video and just
go back,
focus on that one video. And so I'm already done with the intro, and I'm gonna write scripts for the other videos, and we're gonna collaborate. And I think it'd be even fun if we ask some other creators to get some of their voices in the guide too.
That'd be cool.
So
we'll see. It might happen. It might not.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for that, and don't expect it to come out anytime soon, because I don't want to, like, I could post the first intro to TOB video right now, but I don't want to leave everyone hanging for like a month.
Well, yeah.
So.
And we want to make sure they're good.
Yeah. We're going to take our time with it, because I love TOB. It's my favorite content in the entire game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to be able to have like a separate chance or a second chance to do another TOB guide. It just wouldn't really make sense.
I want to know, and I should probably ask the clan too, if we should do like small one-off, like hour-long challenge videos when we stream and actually post it as like a video, kind of a thing, instead of just under the live section. It can be posted like as an actual video, just for fun. Like, I don't know. And
I just thought of something like right now where we could make a voice channel dedicated to streaming, and whenever you see us in that voice channel, that means you know we're streaming. So if you join it, you're going to be in the stream with us, but that just means that you got to follow rules and not say certain words.
Don't be outlandish.
Don't play some
No way he just said that.
Don't play some soundboard sounds. And
some of the soundboards, maybe we need to get rid of some of them.
I don't know if you guys know this already, but I love that soundboard update on Discord. It's like my favorite update.
Like, you guys get annoyed with people playing it when we're doing raids and stuff. Imagine being with this guy, like, just
every day,
alone in a Discord call. Like, there would be like 5-minute periods where he'll just play like different things. It's just like, dude, okay, let's get going.
We're just doing ult, and it's
Yeah.
like, we're not talking. I'm just gonna play some funny sound.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It's great.
But if it's annoying, then just tell me, and I'll stop. But I probably won't stop.
No, you won't.
You can just mute it. Just mute it.
But then it's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
Don't mute it.
Yeah.
We'll take off the ACV sec.
Right. Let's talk about forestry just for a little bit, because
Fastest 2 minutes of my life. Let's go.
it came out. By the way, behind the scenes, I got a new monitor stand for my setup. So I used to have 2 monitors side by side, but I bought a stand that I can put my second monitor on top of my main monitor, and it's just been great. And it actually really helps with our podcast, because I can actually pull up the
our
blogs.
Camera is right here.
Yeah, our camera
screen
blocks
is up
my
here.
main monitor, and so I can look up, and we can actually have like notes and stuff now up here, and we can read the blogs. It's been great.
Because he never uses his iPad wherever it is, and so it's never charged. And we used it once, and it was kind of nice, but it also is kind of weird to like.
Because you have to like
Let's look over
lean
here.
down right in front of the mic and try to read it. And it's not really
This is
ideal.
super nice. I actually really like this.
Yeah. So let's talk about forestry. So what is forestry? Do you know?
Cutting trees with people.
Yeah. There's a lot of creators on YouTube that have made their own video on forestry and kind of giving their opinion on it. And most of the people say like, who asked for this? But I do appreciate it for what it is. And it's like, if you want to make these changes to the game, it's fine. Like, we're in that period of time where it's new, so people are like asking, why is this part of the game? But a year from now, it'll just be a part of the game, you know?
What I think is because people don't realize that they asked for it a while back, because we've been asking for years, like, can we make more point and more like variety to some of these skills, like fire making, smithing, all of them. Like, a lot of these skills that are kind of bare bones, like, let's make some more stuff with it. So we've been asking for a long time for this. It's just, I don't know. Like, I feel like I would be participating in it if I wasn't already 99 woodcutting.
I think it's a really good update, because they could have done the same thing like they did with smithing, where they made another activity like Giant's Foundry, which is another great update.
Mm-hmm.
But they did a different route, which I appreciate for woodcutting, because the mechanics itself, it makes it more enjoyable, because it adds a whole... Okay, so if you guys are listening and you played RuneScape growing up as a kid, I'm sure you all have memories of cutting trees in Draenor Village, right by the water, cutting the willows. Everybody's experienced that. That's played RuneScape. Everybody.
I always went to Port Sarum, just across the fence, but yeah.
Where? The willows there?
Yeah.
Were there people there?
Not usually.
You
I was-
loner?
I was the loner, bro. Well,
Dude.
the reason why is I was too low level and those mages would attack me.
Yeah,
man.
I was gonna say that's the fun part, because then it's fun because you have that whole social aspect where people back then would actually help you and like defend you from the mage, and there'd always be like a dedicated guy that would kill the wizard or whatever it is there, and it's still there today. It's cool, like it works out fine, but the way they changed the mechanics and the core system of how woodcutting works makes it better, because once you move past that specific section of woodcutting, you're kind of done with the whole social aspect of woodcutting. Like, once you leave Draenor Village, there's never really a place where you kind of
Did you ever
go anymore.
So, talking about social, did you ever use behind Varrock?
All the time.
Well, so that was
And I
social
missed that too, you know? That was premier free-to-play woodcutting money-making back then.
Oh, yeah.
I was so hyped when I hit 60 woodcutting and I was able to go back there, because I would run back there before, and I was like so jealous of these people that were cutting these logs that were like, I don't know what they were, but I think they're nowadays they're like 400 GP.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of money as a free-to-play when you're
yeah.
a kid. Like, every log is like half a K almost. Are you kidding me?
That's amazing. I could get ruined so fast.
And they even made bots that would just dedicate themselves to cutting ewes just for money. It was a good money-making
Back then.
method back then.
I think
I'm
there
sure
still is bots.
it still is good for free to play. And I would say those are like the only two aspects of socializing and woodcutting, and I think a lot of people love that whole like social aspect of the skill. A lot of woodcutter people that love woodcutting, they tie that in with the social aspect of just kind of sitting back, relaxing, cutting your logs, and
Talking
just
to people, yeah.
just hanging out. Because I did a lot of that as a kid on RuneScape. I just would rest, like back then when you could rest without it being a plugin.
That needs to come back.
I would go rest on the hillside of Lumbridge Castle by Hans and just talk. I would go to my grandma's house and I would log in and I would just sit down and just talk. I wouldn't even do anything. I would just talk to people.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
Yeah. And people would talk back, and people still talk back even in old school RuneScape. I love that. But they made it back to forestry where you can all cut the same tree. I'm sure you've all heard this by now. It's old news. We're not going to talk about it much, but you can cut the same tree now, and not only does it make it last longer, it makes it so it boosts your wood cutting as well. So it encourages you to come together, socialize, and I don't know what the meta will be for all the wood cutting levels, but I'm sure there's going to be dedicated spots. They already have dedicated servers for forestry, which is cool, because if you want to go do wood cutting and you want to do it with a group of people and just hang out, you go to that world, and I'm sure
every tree
by now you'll know that there's going to be spots for magic trees and, you know, all that stuff where people can do that. And there's just little events that happen every once in a while that grant you this currency that you can spend at the shop. It's just like, you know, Giant's Foundry. You spend those points and get unlockable things, which are, you know, it adds an interesting aspect to the skill, which is cool, but it's really not that deep, you know.
Yeah.
They're gonna add a second part to the forestry update later this year, which hopefully doesn't make it way too complex and confusing and like makes it so people don't really understand what's going on. Because I think one thing RuneScape does bad about this game is if you don't use outside sources like the wiki or YouTube guides, you're like screwed.
So screwed.
Like, how are you supposed to know that there's this little guy at Draenor who gives you the backpack for forestry? Like, if you're just a new player, how do you know where to find that thing? And how do you know what it does unless you literally read like every single text of dialogue from him, and you have to answer or ask every line of questions that it gives you? It's like, I don't know. It seems like if that just came out of nowhere and people don't read the blogs or people don't watch videos, it's like they're totally going to miss it. And us being content creators for this podcast, we look at the blogs and we understand what's being pulled and what might come out soon. And I asked some people about it, like, oh, what do you think about this potential update to the game? They're like, I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of it.
I was like, what? They talked about that like 2 months ago.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that is a little behind on the blog, so I'm usually that person that he asks, and I'll be like, I don't know.
But it's like there's a lot of people that don't read the blogs and don't really participate in that whole like outside perspective of updates to the game.
For sure.
And even when they update the game, people still don't know about it. And so that's why we're here. Actually, we're not here for that. We're not
a news podcast.
Yeah, we're not a news podcast.
We're just kind of a podcast.
Yeah, we're just a lounge. Just come lounge here and don't expect any like solid facts and news.
Yeah, because if we say something wrong, it's because I didn't really research it that hard.
Yep, exactly. There's sometimes before we start a podcast like this one where we're like, did you read the blogs? No.
Not really.
It's okay. Let's start.
Yeah, let's do stuff.
Because I don't think people really care about that. People aren't here to like, if you're interested in the updates, you will find it yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you will look on Twitter and read the blogs and find them yourself. Like,
For sure.
for sure.
So, enough about forestry.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Screw that.
I'm wood cutting. Yeah, fun. Yay.
Chop log,
get XP. Desert Treasure 2 stuff was the next thing on the blog. I went through this a little bit. Kind of some cool new updates. They have some concept art of the rings, which I did want to talk about.
Yeah.
They look freaking dope.
Yeah.
I'll just put that out there.
Too bad you can't see it in game.
Yeah. For sure.
But they are going to be best in slot rings for like the Warriors ring and the Archers, Seers, and Berserker ring. And so that's interesting because those rings have been out for like 20 years. And they don't really help you out as much. Like the Archer's ring or whatever it's called. It's the archer's ring, right?
For the range?
Yeah. That thing does like nothing for your equipment stats. It's like plus 10 ranging, and that's it.
Yeah.
Which just makes you a little bit more accurate. It doesn't even give you a ranging like strength bonus. But this ring will. So
which is good.
People have a whole perspective about power creep in the game. I'm not worried about it.
Well, and the thing is like, if you want more updates and more materials in the game that are going to make an impact and like actually like change the game a little bit so that you're actually wanting to go get these things, yes, there's going to be power creep. Like, it's just how it goes. Like, why do you think KBD is such a piss poor boss now? It's because power creep's been happening, so now we need more bosses that'll make it a little harder and a little better. So be expecting some stuff. So no, those rings look awesome. If you haven't seen concept art, I'd just go look at them. And right underneath those pictures are their set bonuses and stuff. So,
right.
And I don't think they're crazy. Like, the upgraded Berserker ring is like 2% more instead of 10. It's 12.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole like DPS increase percentage for people and how they make it seem like it's such a big difference. It's like, man, this Torva is 400 mil. Like, this Torva plate body is 400 mil, and it gives you 1 extra max hit. Like, that's insane, man.
Insane.
It's like, yeah, but you can still hit a 1 with it.
Yeah.
Like, I know the whole range in between 1 and 50 and 1 and 51 is 1 higher, but, like, does it really, really impact you that much?
And I guess I'm not a mathematician, so I don't know.
I guess if the DPS every second, every DPS, the damage over an hour of grinding a boss, it could really drastically increase over time. But
for sure,
at the same time, I don't really know. It all depends on like whether you're willing to spend all the money for that item or whether you're willing to grind out to get the drops for that item. It really won't make that much of a difference. I don't think. But anyway,
I want to talk about that one.
You want to do it?
Sure. I was just saying, like, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
The Soul Reaper axe looks sick as heck. Like, I'll just put that out there. I'm glad that they're combining the 4 bosses with a drop, kind of like the
Void Waker.
Void Waker, yeah. And then also using, like, the bludgeon kind of thing where it's like a 2-handed, like, super big, awesome weapon.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very excited for this thing. I read for 1 second what it's about, and isn't this one where you take damage, but then you can do like, you get strength boosts because you take that damage?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Like, that's a creative way to like implement this.
Let me read the special attack for this. It's called Behead. So when you use Behead with this axe, it says it consumes any mighty stacks you have, because you can gain these mighty stacks when you attack. You use all these stacks that you gain, and for each stack that you consume, it will increase your accuracy by 6% and heal you for 8 hit points. This heal means you'll regain any hit points you've lost, and the best part is you'll get your healing even if the attack itself misses. So I feel like this could be something really helpful for just gaining health, like even better than the Ceridome and Godsword, in just terms of healing, but also dealing a lot of damage.
Yeah. So will you get only 8 hit points no matter how many stacks you have, or is it 8 hit points per stack?
8 hit points per stack.
Oh, that's insane.
And let me read again just earlier what the mighty stacks are, just since we're talking about it.
It's what you take damage for, right?
It says, attacks with the Soul Reaper axe will damage you for 8 hit points and grant you a mighty stack. Each mighty stack gives you a 6% strength level boost, and it additive with bonuses from prayers, and it stacks up to 5 times, so you can do it 5 times, for a total of 40 hit points lost and a 30% strength boost. Once you're fully stacked, you'll stop taking extra damage and be free to slap your foes silly with one of the scariest slash weapons in Gillinor.
Gotcha. So it's like slowly building. Every time you hit somebody, it just becomes more and more powerful.
Yeah.
Just like,
yeah. And then once you're stacked out, you can use a special attack.
Imagine, what are they called?
Obliterate.
Death matches with this thing. That's going to be insane.
Plus PVM, like, imagine doing like Serb with it and then just special attacking with it and healing yourself and then just like one-shotting it.
Yeah. Well, one-shotting it, and then the next one starts, you special attack, get your health back.
Yeah.
And then restack, 40 HP down, but you just destroy it.
For sure.
Like, that's insane. That's That's creative.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably one of the most creative, like, weapons I've seen in this game.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
It seems like a lot of passion has gone into this weapon, and I really hope it
well, and I love the
well.
look of it. Go back up to the look really quick.
Yeah.
It just looks like a dead man's axe, like the beheading axes that they used to use back in the olden times.
Like an executioner's axe.
Yeah, executioner, that's the word.
Yeah.
Like, it just looks so metal, so gnarly, and I love it.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to look so good with bandos. Moving on.
So, real quick, the Ancient Scepter upgrades are also good because we get these ancient icons from Muspa, and it's like, what are we going to do with these? And you've been able to make the Ancient Scepter. Is that what it's called with it? It's like an upgraded ancient staff. And so now we're finally able to attach more things to it and get some more perks with each different, like a shard or something. And so I like the idea of adding just more variety to the Ancient Spellbook because it is Desert Treasure 2, where in the first quest we did get the Ancient Spellbook with it. But with the Blood Ancient Scepter, you actually can heal over 10% of your max health, which is cool because like in the Baboon Room in TOA, when I heal, of course, sometimes if I have like 95 health and the room is almost over, I will heal and just get to 99 before we go to Baba. And it'll just bring me to 99. But if I have that, I can get to 10% higher, which will prepare me for
like your
the Baba fight.
spell, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like I'll do Blood Barrage on the baboons and heal back up. And if you want to do that, if you have that, you can get a little over your max health and get a little bit more health for Baba.
Inventory just so crazy. Now you're bringing your Ancient Scepter places.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
Yeah. For sure.
Okay, I want to get that extra heals. Okay,
yeah,
that's cool.
And if you get the Ice Ancient Scepter, it makes it so the ice magic has 10% accuracy on unfrozen freezable targets.
Gains 10% accuracy.
What did I say?
Has.
Oh, it has, sorry. It gains 10% accuracy. So if you are PKing and you want to Ice Barrage people, it's just more accurate, and it just makes you guys more annoying when we're just doing Master Clue out in the wilderness.
Yeah, screw you guys.
Except I don't really find
I've only been PK'd once, and... I had Entity Hider on, and I was like, why is the double agent, like, freezing me? I don't understand what's going on. Like, it took me so long to understand I was getting PK'd. Mainly because it was, like, 11 at night, and I was just tired.
Go in the wilderness with Entity Hider on. That's a good idea.
I forgot it was
Do you
on,
imagine
man.
if Rock came to you... and you just see all these projectiles of like dragon or what's the bow called, dark bow specs and stuff at you. It's like, what is going on?
What is going on?
You turn off Entity Hider and there's just boom, so many people around you.
Yeah. It was that lava dragons, and it was a guy. It was like a really low level.
Yeah.
Like he shouldn't have killed me at all, but
right.
I didn't know he was attacking me until I was like dead.
So the Ancient Scepter, that doesn't really like seem that crazy. Like a 10%, like whatever. I don't know. I thought there was one. Isn't there one that makes it so they freeze for longer?
I don't know.
Like just the normal Ancient Scepter or something? I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't think so, but the Shadow one, it makes it so Shadow spells also drain strength and defense in addition to the target's attack level.
So will that work at Sire?
I guess it would.
Because you use that Shadow spell at the beginning?
Yeah.
Like, I bet that'd be nice.
Yeah, it just makes it a little bit easier for you. But I don't know where else that would work. I never use shadow spells anywhere. Anywhere. So maybe that will help make it worth it at other places.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Shadow and smoke.
Yeah.
Just like...
And the smoke one, it makes it so smoke spells reduced healing received by 20% for 10 cycles on hit if the target is poisoned. And that's only if the target is poisoned, so like...
I don't get the... Like, I know that for a fact the only ones that are going to be used are blood and ice until somebody finds a niche for the other two.
Well, is smoke for, like, PKing, if you poison your opponent, it makes it so that they reduced healing received by 20... I don't know.
So, I eat a shark and I only get 18 health instead of 20.
Woo! I don't know.
Or no.
It seems like people
10%.
only use blood and ice spells
health.
for the Ancient Spellbook. But anyway, the thing that I'm excited to talk about, though, are awakened bosses. And I think that it's going to get to the point in the future where if this is successful, they're going to introduce awakened bosses everywhere. I could see that. Like, imagine...
So,
before I talk about it, let's talk about what it is.
I didn't read this part. I was getting to it, and then Carter asked me if I read it, and I said no, and he's like, let me tell you, because I want to tell you. So,
okay.
Explain to everybody what the freak these are.
Awakened bosses. So, it's an idea that I think is being pulled right now, where these 4 Desert Treasure 2 bosses can become awakened, which means when you kill the normal version of the boss, which is what it is, it's like any other boss in the game, it has, I think it's an orb they mentioned. It drops like this orb that you use. You consume it on the boss. Like, let's say it's like Vorkath, where it's just sleeping in the middle of the arena. You use the orb on it, and it becomes awakened. It's like a hard mode version of it. And then it has a whole new drop table for it, which has the potential of dropping the pieces that make it so you can upgrade your Torva to Blood Torva. So imagine Vorkath as it is Vorkath. And you used an awakened orb, or I can't remember what they call it.
So is this orb going to be a drop, or is it just going to be...
It's a drop that you can either sell at the GE if you don't want to deal with awakened bosses
and you
yet.
only get to use it once?
It's a one-time consumable item. So you can go to the GE, rich players can go to the GE and buy 500 orbs to awaken the bosses, because they only want to do awakened versions of it, which I'm sure is a whole new collection KC. Like you can have, like, you know, with TOA, it's entry, normal, and hard or expert. Yeah, so you'll see the boss for Desert Treasure 2 will have the KC for normal and awakened. And I am excited for this because I really like how the Blood Torva looks. And now that I have Torva, it's something that I could totally see myself making a goal in mind to get. And as well as, you know, using... I think the risk that they mentioned is, you know, if you use the orb on the boss, and it has the potential to have a better drop for you, but if you die, you don't get that orb back, obviously. Whereas the orb is also going to probably be pretty expensive. I could see it being like $50K or something each, or even more.
I could see it being like $200K.
Especially early when it's out.
Early, really it's going to be like $2 million for each one.
We'll see, but you could get it, and if you're a player who's not ready yet for that, you could just go sell it and make a ton of money.
Honest, if I'm doing and grinding it, and I get like 5 of them, and they are worth like $2 million. It's easy.
I'm gonna sell them.
I'm selling.
I would sell them. I'll do one of them. I probably use one to try it, but I think I would sell the rest because they're not gonna go away. They're just gonna go down in price over time.
Yeah.
So I just like that idea, and I could, like I said at the beginning, I could see it happening for more bosses. Like, imagine you can only get those orbs from those 4 bosses, but then eventually they'll update and be like, okay, now Zulrah has an awakened version. You can take those orbs to Zulrah now.
Dude, I still don't understand Zulrah.
It's okay.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I understand Vorkath. I can do Vorkath all day, every day. Yeah. But Zulrah just...
Yeah, but imagine an awakened Vorkath where the poison special attack is now...
stays on
totally different, and you have to do something else now. You have to run now, and you have to do it diagonally or something, or you have to do something. I don't know. And then the fireball is now a 3x3 or a 5x5 or something. You know what I mean? Like that's what it kind of is explaining that it is. It's an awakened version of it, and it just adds a whole new like
you have to kill
potential
3 of those bugs
for the entire rest of the game. 3 of them. You have to ice barrage them. You have to wait. It's like the Nilos in Maiden. You have to wait. You have to wait for them to get close enough to barrage all of them at the same time, or else they like 4-shot you and kill you.
Get a splash crumble and dead spell.
Yeah, there you go.
3x3 area.
Yeah, you have to have the right ancient scepter, except it's not an ancient spell. So
no, it's not.
But yeah, that's something I'm excited for. I read this update when I was on my trip, and I was like, that's so cool.
Did you see the concept art? Like, so that's blood.
Yeah.
There's concept art that a fan made of blood, smoke, ice, and...
oh, really?
Yeah. It's not on here. It's just a concept art. If you go to the Discord, I know Funkavelli posted it a couple times somewhere.
That's cool.
It's pretty dope. So I'll show you after the podcast. But they're pretty cool. Like, if they did that would be awesome.
Yeah. And I believe they're actually changing just how normal Torva looks as well. And it was an idea that they had pretty early when they released Nex with the Torva. A lot of people didn't like how it looked, and there was just the little tweaks that they were planning on doing, but I think a poll didn't pass or something, and they decided to just wait. But now they're deciding to go back and try to...
So what's it look like right now?
Like the face guard. So I don't think I have a link to it now on my keyboard.
Yeah.
But
We'll just go back to the Blood Torva.
Okay. But the helm is supposed to look a lot different now than it does.
This helm, for some reason, looks better than normal Torva.
Yeah, it is totally different. The normal
Yeah.
Torva has like this weird shape for the face. It's like a
Mhm.
weird slant and like a weird mouth.
I just
part.
feel like it looks like a plug-in, like I'm going to plug in my phone to the wall.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Yeah. And so they're going to change like the base look of normal Torva, and then they're also planning on getting something like Blood Torva in the game.
For sure.
So if you want something like that, then go and vote in the poll right now. But I definitely, like, imagine this with the Infernal Cape and like the scythe with the sanguine scythe. Yeah.
I need it.
The one thing else they could do is add ornament kits to the boots, like the prims and the Pegasian and the Eternals,
to make them like darker.
Yeah,
to go with it, because they're red kind of.
Like, I'm all about cosmetics in the game as long as it doesn't change the entire look of the item where you don't even know what it is anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I love the color of the Ava's TOA kit where it's like black and gold, and I just want more of that. Like, my favorite idea or my favorite aspect of Zulrah is the mutagens, where it's just a cosmetic, really rare drop, and it totally is just like a flex thing. Like, it's an untradeable. Your experiments because it's like. Yeah, it's like a pet.
I did that.
It's like a pet, but it's a cosmetic thing to an item that you own.
Which, to tell the truth, I would use a lot more than I use my pets.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy makes fun of me for never bringing my pets out.
Yeah, because like beginning of our podcast, you were complaining about how pets don't exist, and now you never bring them out.
I never bring them out. Yeah. There's just the hassle, man. And now I don't know where my Jad is. I probably died with him.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He ran away.
Like, he's not in my bank, so... Yeah, and he was following me around for a while. I don't know where he's at.
Oh, well. So go check at what's her name?
I don't know.
In Ardoin. But I would love if every boss had something like that where it has a pet drop, but it also has like... It doesn't have to be niche to the item it drops, like how Zulrah has the mutagen for the Serp Helm, which it also drops. Like the Serpentine Visage or whatever. But imagine if like Muspah... Or like Muspah could drop an ornament kit to the Venator bow, but it could also drop an ornament kit to like something random, like the Eternal Boots or something. Make it look cooler.
But also think of like Vorkath, it drops the head for your accumulator, makes it from that green one to the blue, it makes it a little better too. So.
Yeah, it increases the stats. But if it was just ornament kits and just cosmetic, I would love that as well for more things. Like, what's another boss can you think of?
Giant mole.
I was actually thinking that too. In my mind, I was like, what if he drops the giant mole slippers or the mole slippers or something? I don't know, but I'm thinking like...
Maybe you could use the claw and the slippers to make a naked mole rat slippers. I don't know.
I would just love more cosmetics. That's all I ask for.
Oh, yeah.
And make them super rare, just so that it's a flex.
For sure.
Like... The Blood Torva, I love that. It's just a cosmetic thing, super cool looking. It gives not just endgame players, but a lot of people will do Awakened bosses, and they'll get the Blood Torva ornament piece, or whatever they call it, and then they'll want to go do next now, or they'll want to go make money and buy Torva.
Buy more Torva.
And so, yeah, keep doing stuff like this.
Please, Jack.
Please. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's so much.
There's two more things.
We have poll 80. Man, I remember, I think it was poll 76 when we started this podcast. We're at poll 80. A lot of changes. Are these all the questions? Well, they're doing some unpolled changes. Like they're making Scorpia's GP per hour 2 mil an hour.
Really?
Yeah. Unpolled. They're going to update the whole drop table for Scorpia, so it's an actual boss that people will actually do.
So there's going to be a lot of PKing there.
And that's great. People will love that. There's just a lot of things here. I don't want to get into it that deep.
Big thing, TOA is getting updated. Like, it's been a year, so it's awesome. That's what it says in the blog. Biggest thing, probably, that's going to make a lot of people happy is the monkey room.
Mm-hmm.
Monkey room, they're increasing the amount of monkeys that can be in the room and the minimum number of monkeys in the room. So once you get below that minimum, like new monkeys will spawn.
You'll never have a dry period where there's nothing going on.
which happens a lot.
Yep.
And also, like, I don't know, it'll just go way faster.
My favorite aspect of the change there is the volatile monkeys or baboons will explode and damage any other baboons nearby.
Does it say that?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't read that.
So you can actually strategize and get baboon volatiles to come up to big groups and just annihilate them and speed up the room drastically. And we're going to get way faster speed runs for these guys that love to speed run TOA with this update.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, it's just more enjoyable. People love Nilos because there's actual strategy and things that you could do to speed up the room. Like, some people like to kill or not kill the big ones yet because there's only a certain amount of mobs in the arena at the same time. So if you kill the big ones, they die, and then 2 more spawn. So it just kind of slows down the room, but I don't really care about all that.
Well, that's just way too advanced. Like, if we did it one time with one guy, and, like, after we killed them, it just became way too overcrowded, and all our pillars died really fast.
There was a lot.
We're not good enough for this yet.
But I could see myself actually enjoying the baboon room with this update, because it's like, oh, now volatiles coming at me. Oh, I can have some cool, like, combo move that I can do now since one's targeting me. Oh, let's have some fun. Let's go run over to you because you have a ton around you. I'm going to tell you, okay, I'm bringing a volatile over to you. Let's go. Boom, blow it up. Now all of those baboons are gone.
That's dope.
And so, yeah, I'm really excited for that. And everybody's asking for a change to the baboon room. Everybody loves TOA, but they always say, I love TOA, except I hate the baboon
The freaking monkey
puzzle
room.
Yeah.
Monkey room sucks.
Yep. So I think this will really make the raid shine where it's at.
This is my favorite part of the blog right here. Okay? And this is as far as I got, too. It was pretty funny. It's the update for Akka. I'll just read it. Akka's Enrage phase, otherwise known as... No, we can't say that. Was a hot topic. So, the cum phase.
Exactly. I'm sure you've all heard that before.
Everybody has.
And what made me laugh is Mod Aiza, he, like, cropped that section out of the blog and tweeted it and said, "Say it, you cowards."
Say it, you cowards. Say it.
Like, so who typed this? I think Mod Light is the one who writes these blogs, but
Probably, yeah.
I like Mod Aiza. He's funny.
Yeah, he's great. But the biggest thing that's coming to this, I think, if I'm wrong, just tell me, is instead of just like 3 hits where you can include zeros and stuff in that too, it's how many landed hits before Akka moves places during his cum phase.
Yeah.
That's a big thing though too, because like it's annoying if you all hit zeros, then he moves, then you have to run all the way over there, all hit zeros again, moves. So now it's when you actually hit him and actually do damage, so it's going to speed up that room a lot as well.
People will appreciate that. And for me, when like last night when we did the big mass for TOA, I'm so much more careful going through that last phase that I get to Akka and he's already moved because plenty of people have gone, and I'm sure a couple of those zeros, when they don't trigger him to move, it'll allow me to get there and actually hit him. Because, I don't know, I just don't like to just click on him and get hit a bunch of damage because I like to preserve my supplies. But
well, it's funny, too, like a couple months ago when we were running a lot of TOA, you got that side of the room, I got this side of the room. Like, we would never run across because it's like, there's just hit the boss.
Yeah. Well, that's when I still had Dragon Claws, and if you declaw spec him, it immediately makes him move because you hit him 4 times.
Yeah.
And he moves. So I would just despec him at first, and then he'd move, and then you go after him if he's closer to you. So that worked out pretty well. And with that deck scroll drop and the other drops from last night, I'm getting pretty close to buying declaws again. So I might try to get those, because those are nice.
Where's my split, bro? Just kidding.
Hey, you were the one that said out of the group of 10, I will only split if it's a T-bow.
I was just like, there's 10 people here.
Know, like,
you split even an ancestral piece. Oh, wow, 10 mil. Like, yes, some people that's amazing, but I think everybody there has either a 1 bill bank or close to it, other than the irons. And it's like, I'm not trading you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, your mains have that much money. We're chilling.
Yeah.
Which is another big update that I didn't tell you about. With the drop of the primordial crystal during the bingo, my bank officially went over 1 bill.
Ooh, congrats.
So
I saw that when I was on my trip that you got the print crystal.
I was like,
Happy you didn't get the other one.
I would have been happy either way, but like I was so happy to get the one with money.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that, and I was able to sell the spectral back because I bought a spectral for the tile. So it's like, yes, I have money again.
Got lots of money. Yeah.
I'm not sitting at like $2 million.
Yeah, exactly.
I had to do a clue during it too. That I had to get the ZGS, and so I was like just scrounging my bank for whatever to sell to get it. Oh, it was awful. I finally asked Jared. I was like, Jared, can you just lend me $1.5 million? Like that's all I need is 1.5 mil.
I'll give it back.
And I'll give it back right after I'm done. He's like,
just keep
next drop. No, he's like, next drop, you owe me 10%, and I was like, no,
no.
But he still traded me.
Yeah. What actually. It's a pretty big change to TOA in my opinion, but it's also kind of a small thing.
Mm-hmm.
But there's two things. One, they're adding a bank deposit box to the lobby of TOA. Like once you're inside and you see the rooms for the different bosses, you'll be able to actually deposit a Sarah Brew if you don't have room, or if you have one sip of a super combat potion and you don't want to just drop it. Like I always seem to drop it.
I always drop it. Yeah.
You can deposit it back to your bank now from inside the raid.
Goodness.
Which is just, it's so nice. And we were talking about that last night, and people were saying, like, yeah, I've been paying the TOA tax since day one.
Mm-hmm.
Just been dropping potions every single time. And it's like, you could bring an anglerfish and just eat it, but it's like, you never know, you could mess up and you might need that extra Sarah Brew, you know?
I still use 2 or 3 throughout the raid. Like, these guys we were with are like, I used 1 sip of Sarah Brew through all of them. I'm like... Do you not spec ever? Like you're using the Karis partisan,
yeah.
But like,
it's like I'd rather Claw or Void Waker.
I'm
or BGS,
always out of spec
or ZCB.
Like, I never know. Like, the only room that I really use it in is Baba.
Yeah.
And maybe Akka. Those 2 rooms are the only time that I really use it. The other times I'm specking.
Yeah. Whenever you have enough spec power, just use it. And then sometimes you're kind of scared to do it because it's like, well, if I spec with the Fang a couple times, then I'm not going to be prepared to
Karis
if I need it.
It's like, I never understand how. How do you have enough spec ever?
Yeah. I don't know. But the light bearer is so nice.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere. It's so nice. Another change is they're going to make it so that from the lobby outside of TOA, you can deposit your pickaxe in the Akka puzzle room. So let's say you need it for a clue scroll or something, and you don't want to go in the raid to grab it, or if you don't want to buy 2 to have in your bank and 1 in the raid.
Which you already do, so.
Or if you accidentally brought it out of the raid and didn't deposit it back after the puzzle, you can just do it from the lobby of TOA instead.
Yeah, so that's good. And then if you accidentally brought it out, then you could deposit it in the raid.
Put it back in.
To your bank.
Yep.
So that you could do it after.
Yep, after I got 99 mining and TOA came out, I put my crystal pickaxe in TOA and it's never left. So
I put my dragon ornament pickaxe in there and it's never left.
Yeah.
I just have another dragon pickaxe. I have 2 now because I got the one from KBD. So.
Right, for sure. And so that's also just a really great quality of life for TOA. I think all of those updates are really needed just to make it really last long. And
Run smooth.
I mean, we're still getting Chambers updates even since it came out in 2017. Like that whole bank deposit chest down there,
which
like
is
the whole bank
so
thing.
Smart.
It's like, man, we're barely putting that in now, and like it just makes me wonder what kind of updates are we going to do for TOA 5 years from now.
For real.
You know what I mean? But that's something really nice as well. There's plenty of questions here that I just don't really care to go through. Like, should we adjust the respawn timer at Wintertot to 1 minute and improve its visibility? It's like,
what does it mean, its visibility?
Like, you know the swarming cloud in Wintertot in the middle? If you go away, like to go chop the bark, you don't see that swirling cloud anymore. It's just the black void. It's like, why do we need to pull this, man?
Just do it. Like,
I thought they changed their minds about the polling system, and they're like, we're not going to poll these kind of questions anymore. But the respawn timer is a pretty big thing for people that like Wintertot.
What is it now? Like 1:20?
It's like 1:40 seconds or something.
Gotcha.
And people use this plugin that shows the 4 worlds and the timer before it starts again.
Oh, really?
And people who are really efficient will hop to the world that's quicker for them to get back into a Wintertot game. And I'm just not, when I do Wintertot, I just want to relax.
Yeah, I just relax and
But I can't, because Wintertot sucks, and it makes me stop doing actions, because it makes me cold, and it hurts me. I hate winter tot, dude. I stopped doing winter tot at like 92 fire making, and I just did redwoods the whole rest of the way.
Which is funny to me. Just here's a little conversation piece. Is because like it's so much more click intensive to do the redwoods, and like yes, it makes you stop, but you're still every time you are doing it, it's like 200 experience. So I don't know. I'm still on the fence because I'm like winter tot's not that bad.
It's good if you're an Ironman, and if you don't have 99 health. But you do have your POH that you can go to, but it's just so annoying, dude. It's so annoying.
Because right after a game finishes, I just teleport to my house, use the rejuvenation pool, stop by the drop box, drop the casket in, and then go to another one.
Still, it's like, do you want to do that at the end of your account or at the very beginning of a brand new account? Do you want to spend the first 2 weeks at winter tot? Like,
never.
Yeah.
I don't get it. it.
This question's just funny. I just want to say it. It's not that big of a deal, but it says, should we remove random events from spawning in the wilderness boss dungeons?
I wonder how many people have had heart attacks about
it. It's like, okay. It's just a genie. But it's kind of funny. Just, I don't know. I don't know if there's anywhere else in the game that they don't spawn. So, I don't know. It's kind of made really my heart drop a few times where it's like something just appears next to me and I kind of freak out for like half a second, but it's just kind of funny.
Makes sense.
Yep. There's really not that much more, except the only thing I would like to mention is the one where they're introducing the idea of changing the lava dragon look. Have you seen this?
Yeah, and I saw Foe's reaction to it too. It looks like a derpy, like, middle school kid that can't, like, do anything. Like, it looks so bad. Like, that didn't get to choose his haircut, so, like, I don't know. The lava dragon looks awful.
I don't know. That picture looks a lot better than the one that Behemoth showed on his video, because the tail of the one that it showed was like pointing straight. Like it's like,
oh, really?
You know, like the T-pose of characters. It looked like the T-pose of this dragon, and it looked really funny because its wings were like up high, and the colors were more bright. I feel like they changed the look. Maybe I just didn't see it right, but
I don't know.
That looks better than the one I saw.
But still, it's just not as good. Like, but
this one's it's wearing a fire cape on its wings, man.
Like, go up to the first one. Like, why did they change the horns to look like ram horns? Like, it looks weird.
Yeah, I don't like the whole ram horn look of dragons. It doesn't seem like something I would prefer. It does look more modern though. Like its eyes, there's no like you can hardly see the eyes on the current one, but like there's no need to change the lava dragon.
Well, that or like
make a new boss in the wilderness or somewhere where it looks like a fire dragon. You know, we have the blue zombie ice dragon. Let's make a fire black. We have KBD as well, but like let's make a new boss. Don't change something that's
that or like
here.
You said something about the eyes. Is like, why not revamp what we have?
Yeah.
Instead of completely changing it.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know. It just seems like
just looks so bad.
I'm sorry. It was just like one JMod's idea in the conference meeting. Like, hey,
you should change the lava dragons.
I'm the new designer here. I'd like to change a model in the game. Can I do lava dragons? Well, sure. It's like okay.
We'll pull it. I guess.
I don't know. I don't think I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it passes and it changes, because you never know. People would probably vote yes and just hit yes on everything. Yeah. Plus, when you vote in game, it tells you like, should we change the look of the lava dragon? And look at the picture here in the blog. It'll like tell you, refer to the blog for the image. I'm sure a lot of people are not going to look at the image and just say yes. So either way, I don't care because I never
go there.
Killed them. I've killed them once for the bones, or I think I even just did it for a clue step, and that's all I do. I don't kill lava dragons.
I'm not gonna sit there on a level 4 account and fire blast them or whatever.
Yeah.
Fire whatever it's called.
Right. Well, I don't know. I think that's all I really care for the poll right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of little stuff that's like normal on normal polls.
Right. Other than that, they're just adding more things to the Jagex launcher. I know they haven't officially announced it yet, but I know Mod Ash officially said that the HDOS third-party client for RuneScape, you know, the one that you tried where it looks like RuneScape 2, that will be going to the Jagex launcher in the future. But they just announced that the C++ version will go to the Jagex launcher, which I think is the Steam one.
I think so.
When you download Old School RuneScape on Steam, that's the C++ client. It's getting to the point where there's a lot of clients to play this game, and I don't know what my thoughts are on that.
There's really only 3, C++, HDOS, and RuneLite.
And OS Buddy.
OS Buddy is still a good one? So 4.
People use that one, but I don't know. Not a lot of people anymore.
My thing is like, I don't know, RuneLite's been such a, like, game changer. I don't get, like, I don't know how to explain it without being, like, rude, but, like, why are you using anything else?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we talk about, like, if you don't have the wikis or you don't have guides and stuff, heck, if you don't have RuneLite, like, how are you playing this game without spending hours and hours of research? Like,
I don't know how hard it is to pull it off, but if Jagex could hire the devs at RuneLite and take the coding from there and implement it into their C++ client, or just make one official client that's partnered with RuneLite, you could literally have it say when you launch it, it says Old School RuneScape partnered with RuneLite or something. And then they could also take HDOS and buy or whatever, or hire the one person or something, I don't know, and just make that a plugin.
yeah.
Just make that look a plugin. You don't need to have it a whole different client, because their problem with me is their plugins are so scarce and so like weird looking. I don't like how the display looks when you're looking at all the plugins. It just doesn't seem like up to par with RuneLite at all. And if you could just take the one plugin of how it looks and just make it a plugin in RuneLite, and then make RuneLite an official part of the team with Jagex, then we don't have to deal with all of
4 or 5 different
all of
launchers,
this whole thing. And I know the C++ client is a lot easier for them to code, and I think it'll make it so that they can add content in the future that's a lot easier for them to make, and we'll get better looking things and faster updates and bigger updates with the C++ client. So I think they know what they're doing. It's not like I know what they're doing.
Yeah, they know.
But like, I know there's like a small community that likes HDOS, and I think I saw a screenshot in our Discord for Bingo from someone using it. But it's like, I don't know how you run a company with clients that are just all over the place.
Well, not even all over the place. Like, it's hard to say this, but doing a better job than you.
Yeah.
Like, RuneLite is wiping the floor with all of them.
And these are people, these are the gamers that playing the game that are making the coding and making the plugins.
That are just making it easier. Like, I don't know. It's just...
like, for example, they lock themselves to updating things in the next week, or even in like 2 weeks later, where like when they totally scrapped Rune as Powers, the prayer book, they said, okay, we're going to make it so you can move your prayers around, the icons around in your prayer book, but we're not going to do it, but we're going to give RuneLite our blessing and let them turn that plugin back on so that we can use it. It's like...
well, if they just hired...
well, if they just hire them, they could just make the RuneLite client the official client for RuneScape.
Yeah. Like, I don't
because
know.
No one can tell the difference if it's an actual feature in the game or if it's just a plugin.
Yeah.
No one's going to know.
Well, and like, oh, that's such a good, like, thing. Those prayers. Being able to move them around. I don't know if we talked about it last time, but like, it's... I don't even think about the other prayers anymore.
We haven't even talked about Ruinous Powers being scrapped in a podcast episode.
Have we not?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
It's been a long time.
It's been a while.
So that's no longer a thing happening.
Which is perfectly fine, because everybody was throwing a tizzy fit either one way or the other. And I was just like, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
And everybody's
I'm
like...
fine with it not happening. And I think we're getting plenty of updates, like the Axe and the Blood Torva and the Orbs and stuff and all that stuff for the bosses.
4 new bosses.
I think if you add a prayer book to it, it's like...
overload, sensory overload.
I don't know. You could always add more prayers to the existing prayer book.
For sure.
And have the ability to make the ones that do not matter at all anymore just go away. And they've done that with RuneLite, not with the official game.
Yeah.
But that's it for blog stuff. Feels good to be caught up with that because it started the pile.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's been great. Just happy to do things, man. Like, bingo and client activity has been awesome. Like, everything's been awesome.
Every time I check Discord, there's always a new post. We have a channel called Bingo Drops where every team will post the screenshot there. And it's just, there's always a new notification there for that channel. There's always new drops coming in, and it's great. And
it's super fun because, like, there's a lot of people that have told me and have been around me that say, I'm so glad this is happening because it got me to do content I've never done before. And, like, then to see them get a drop in that content, like, oh, it's so cool to see.
And it's, some people take it really serious and it's really competitive for them. But I've had the thought recently, I don't know, you guys can tell me in Discord, say it in general chat or DM me or whatever, but I'd like to know if you guys would like the idea of having like a team bingo where we're all in one team and we just make the board like super
insanely
hard and make it last like a month or something. So it's not like time pressure to do it, or we could just do it in a week time. I don't know, it's all up to you guys.
I think my thing is with events, I'm thinking that anything that goes longer than a week ends up starting to drag. Like, we've tried to extend bingos in the past because it's like, oh, it looks like everybody's having so much fun. But then we try it, and it's like, everybody's burnt out.
Everyone's done.
Like, everyone's kind of done with it.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know, maybe if we start saying, oh, this is a 2-week bingo, then maybe, but like...
Yeah. That's pretty long, though.
I don't know. It's a long time.
But my vision is like a week-long bingo where it's like a 6x6 board, and every single tile is like
something tough.
Like one tile on its own would say like get 5 purples at TOA or something, and everybody that signed up collectively would have to get 5 purples. So it doesn't matter what team you run with. It could even be people that aren't even participating in bingo. As long as you get the drop, it's, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just trying to get rid of the competitive aspect of it and just make like a big uniting event of the clan. And then let's say like if we do get every tile finished, then I would promise to drop, or not, I don't know how I would
sell your bank and start over.
Oh yeah, like I would shave my head or something. Make it fun, like those Twitch streamers that do subathons. Like we would each like promise to do something.
Videotape ourselves eating during the next ghost chili.
Yeah, like in the next podcast we would do something. I don't know, or we would drop like 100, or I don't know. I don't know. Or we can make that bingo where like every drop you get in the bingo, you pledge to sell it and put the money in the coffer, and we try to make as much money as we can and try to make like one bill or something.
That'd be
and
insane.
Then drop it all in like the clan hall.
Just buy a bunch of like plates and stuff.
Buy like just a bunch of expensive stuff. I don't know. It all depends on you guys. We can't just do this alone. So.
It's just kind of the thing. I have another competitive idea that I'm thinking of for the fall. Because like bingo right now is summer and winter, but I'm thinking of making another competitive event for fall and spring. That I saw on Ingus's channel, person that you told me to watch at some point. If you go and watch his giant mole video, he has like a race, and there's like think of like Candyland or something where you go around the
like
tiles.
A board game.
Like a board game, yeah. And you roll your dice, and you could put a bot in the Discord to roll 1 through 6, kind of a thing. And that's how many markers your team's thing goes, and you have to do what that tile says
until you
get that tile done. Then you roll the dice again, and whoever finishes first wins, kind of a thing.
Okay.
And the last tile is like the big. Like whatever that last challenge is.
So you could be stuck on that last challenge where it's like get a T-bow drop or something stupid. Yeah. I'm not saying
it wouldn't be a T-bow drop.
For example, I'm just saying something that would take longer, whereas people behind could get these little easier challenges done and eventually catch up, and then everybody's doing that last challenge. Everybody's doing like, let's say they're doing Vedion or something, trying to get a Void Waker drop or something.
Yeah. Or another set of tiles is like there's hop tiles where it's like tile number 10, hop to tile number 30. It's like, cool. But then like tile number 45 was like, hop back to tile number 8. So it's like...
I would love to make a board like that with you.
Yeah.
I've been making the bingo boards, and I really love doing that. So I would totally love to make like a board game thing. Oh, that's a...
So
we're doing it.
This fall, like this is my planned event kind of a thing, and I'm going to probably have like 5 or 6 mods help me out with it. It's going to be kind of like a mini one. Like, I'm not going to do a 50... Like, theirs is like 54 spaces long. Ours is probably going to be max like 30. Kind of a thing. But I think it'd be super fun just to try out and see how it goes.
Yeah.
This one, though, wouldn't be a draft style. It wouldn't be a just sign up and go. I would have you guys sign up as like teams. So you need to get 3 people.
Find a team and sign up
that's
yourself.
your team, kind of a thing.
I think it's a thing where it's like 2 to 3 people per team.
I think they had max 4. I think all their teams are 4, and then Ingus and his teammate. They're just a team of 2.
I think you would need 4 just so that you could do all 4 raids. Unless you want to do a TOB with 3 people, because totally doable, but just depends on what you're comfortable with.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is not a lot of people in our clan are like comfortable with TOB and Nex and things like that. So it's kind of just a work in motion right now.
Yeah, for sure.
So
events like that work out for our clan because it seems like whenever we try to do a live event, it's kind of hard because everybody's so all over the place. It's hard to get people that are all free at the same time.
Yeah,
So
like Free for All Fridays, I wish I could join them more often, but they start at 5 for us.
Yeah.
And they usually end around like 9 when I'm just starting to get into like gaming and stuff. Like there's sometimes where I'm on at 5, but I don't know. It's just the time difference. It's like it's hard.
Yeah. So these events like this work out really well because everybody can participate. Even our lovely European and Australian members can join in too.
Shout out teammate Ion.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know what that was earlier. I just think it was funny.
I pounded my chest and did the peace sign just like he did earlier.
Just like I did earlier. Love you.
Yeah. Well, that's a really good idea, and I think I'm gonna watch that Ingus video now because I haven't seen it yet, and I would be down to even start brainstorming tiles with you, or whatever you call them, little spots on the board for now. That's something really cool. And while you're saying that, I'm just thinking of more things we could do. We never have done a Jeopardy yet.
We announced it like a year ago.
I think we're at the point now. We were a little early in our clan at that time. It's kind of hard.
I think what we need to do is we just need to stream it.
Yeah.
Like at some point, not even just worry about like having a good recording or anything. Just stream it. Have fun.
Yeah,
because we have the board ready. It's ready to go.
And we could even have people sign up that want to make a board themselves, and then we review it and be like, yeah, it's good. And then we could have like a weekly or bi-weekly Jeopardy stream. For
sure. Yeah, no, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we have lots of ideas that we want to do. It's just a matter of actually
getting
doing them
done.
So.
Like we said, he had 2 weeks basically where it's like I can't really do anything on the game. I'm gonna have tomorrow. I'm not gonna be able to play because I'm gonna be out of town, kind of thing. So it's just what happens, man.
Whatever happens.
In August, I'm gonna be gone for a full week. Just because I'm gone.
Yep.
I might be grinding on the cruise though, so I don't know.
I'll see you online and be like, "What are you doing, dude? Get off."
Dude, I am just literally sitting in the sun, chilling. Let me freaking mine.
In Mexico.
In Mexico. Doing whatever I want, okay?
Well, I think, is there anything else we can leave them with? I don't think we have a question or anything like that.
Nah.
I think that's our question. If you guys are listening still, is whatever I asked earlier, I can't remember. Like, if you guys like the idea of having like a mass bingo in one team, or if you like the idea of having that board game style event. Things like that, or give us any ideas of what you'd like us to do as a clan.
Clan events do you think would be awesome? Another one, can I just throw it out there? Heck, Funkavelli might even want to post it. Maybe I shouldn't. No, I'll just say it. He was thinking of, what's it called? He had a good name for it too, where it's like everybody gets together to do a solo boss. So if you have questions about that solo boss, we could help coach.
Yeah, just like a tutoring session for like Vorkath or Zulrah. Yeah, let's do Zulrah for him.
Yeah, for me. Dude, I can kill him. Like, don't get me wrong. I can kill Zulrah. I don't ever die.
Yeah,
it's just I eat all of my food in like 2 kills.
Yeah. Okay, after this recording, you're going to get on my account and do a Zulrah kill.
Sounds good. Why your account? I can't get on mine?
Oh, you can. I want you to do it with the T-bow and stuff.
Dude, then I'm going to kill it in like 2 shots. I need my bofa.
Well, that's the same thing. I don't think you need to switch with the bofa. Okay, yeah. Okay, you're getting on yours, and we're going to do a Zulrah kill.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well,
that being said, thank you guys for watching. It's been a blast doing this. We say this every time that we need to do it more often, but...
And we even said it last time that we will do it like from our own homes so we can make it more often. Which I think now that I'm home and it's getting a little bit more relaxed. Oh, another announcement. We just finished picking cherries for the year, so we're done harvesting cherries now, which totally frees up
So
a
you only
lot
have
of time.
You only have like 2 more cuttings of hay, and then you're like
2 more
done.
cuttings of hay, apples,
Apples. That's right. You still have apples.
which are pretty chill. I'm just literally outside my house on the forklift, just stacking bins.
Yeah.
And I love apple season because it's like that weird in between summer and fall
Where it's like warm in the day.
Things are dying. Oh, I love that time of the year where it's like the canals are starting. It's going to get to the point where it's going to be empty again.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting to that point where like school's starting. It's getting cold. I love fall, man.
You love it because your world slows down.
Yeah.
I hate it because my world speeds up.
But I don't like how it's cold in the morning and it gets like super hot by noon. But it's whatever.
And then it's cold when you get home.
Yeah, but I love fall and winter, man. Not just because I'm not working as much, but like I just hate the sun. I hate the heat.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
Well, that's because you're out in it working.
Yeah, but like even
Instead
at
of, like-
Disneyland and then Seattle, it was
true.
so hot. I'm just glad I'm not dealing with the heat in Vegas right now.
Yeah, dude. I get it.
But I think that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have not joined the clan, join it. It's Lumbridge Lounge in the in-game Lumbridge Space Lounge, and our description. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Discord is in the description below, and we've never really plugged this. I don't know why I'm thinking about it right now, but we also post a link for donating for PayPal. It's just a way you could easily, if you just want to show your appreciation. It's really nothing. But
if you can't do it, don't do it. Like, don't force yourself to.
You have
support.
to do it now.
Yeah, you have to. Go.
No,
spend your life earnings.
No, next bingo, that's your buy-in.
You have to give us $50.
$5 buy-in, or else you can't participate.
No.
And if you land on that board game event, it says pay Lumbridge Lounge $10, or you're disqualified. $500, so you're disqualified. No, I'm just kidding. I just thought of it because I always copy and paste it to the next episode just because it's there. I never even look at it. I don't even know if people have donated anything.
Probably not. Yeah, and then also, if you're not subscribed on the YouTube, please go do that. We're so close to 1,000.
Guys, we're at 981 or something.
As the last time we checked. Like,
yeah.
just get us to 1,000. That's all I ask.
After 1,000, our next goal is probably like 5,000.
Like we're not gonna worry.
We're not
going
gonna
to
worry about it at all.
We just want to stay over 1,000.
We just never thought we'd hit 1,000.
Heck, I never thought I'd hit 500, and then we blew past that so fast.
Our guide has 105,000 views, man.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple other guides have like 40,000 views. I don't know why that hasn't motivated me enough to make more guides.
Same with me.
Now that I'm maxed, I just sit there and I do Cal Fight Queen. I'm like, what am I doing?
Like, I have OBS there. Like, why am I not, like, learning how to do this?
We need to, like, pledge on the podcast and say, like, we promise we will do more stuff.
I don't got a Bible in front of me, so I'm not going to do it.
More content. We have to do it. Why aren't we doing it? Like, we're I don't know. I'll give you, before we close, we owe you guys more podcast time. I don't know, not really, but
I don't owe you guys anything, but like we need to do more stuff.
Like we get so much constant growth on our YouTube channel. I think we both agree we like our YouTube channel the most. We don't care about going off to Twitch or TikTok or we have Instagram and Twitter. I've never posted on there in like the last 9-10 months.
Yeah.
But like I think we both want YouTube, and I think we would even get to the point where we can make like YouTube shorts and stuff like that instead of TikToks.
And that's why I was saying the challenges, like, I think just once a week, me and you just need to get together and do a live stream of doing a challenge together. Like,
just do something.
Like, let's do 2 hours of this and see who makes the most money.
Exactly. And we just both record it and stuff. But like what I'm saying is we don't post that often, and these podcasts on YouTube don't get that much attention. But our guides do. And what's cool is that they are posted on our YouTube channel, and after they're posted, we don't have to worry about them anymore, but they're still there and people still watch them. It's not like you post it and it only gets like 1 day of attention and it's done. Like, we make content that lasts. Other RuneScape content creators, there's some that make like news episodes that just do not matter after that week.
After that
because there's
day.
the next update blog and they're just done. It's like, who's gonna go back and watch that?
Yeah.
But like, we make guides for things that people can use for years. And so we're getting a lot of constant growth. And if we just were to just put in the extra hours and make stuff, I think we could really get up there in terms of like views and subscribers. And I don't care about making the money. I just would love to see
I'd love to see.
Could you imagine Lumbridge Lounge, 50,000 subscribers? Like that'd be
Golden
totally
no.
insane. No, that's not even on the horizon.
Not even like a thing.
Yeah, but like things like that. And I don't know, since we're here, if you guys are really still
you gotta
listening,
shoot big, okay?
yeah. Like if you guys are watching right here, we could even put like a guest and just have their webcam video just right above us or something, or just on the side, and we could start having more guests. Like we have like two guest videos or something, and I don't think it'd be that hard to just put their face up on that screen above us and just talk to them.
For sure.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. But we're gonna get home and like I don't want to do anything. I want to go to Cox.
You want to? Yeah, you want to do something tonight for content? No, let's go do Top.
Let's do.
Okay. Okay. That's just how it goes. So
yeah. Well, it's like so. I want to give the other aspect of it is like we're super motivated during the day. Like we're motivated right now because it's the middle of the day and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like I just want to relax and chill and play my game. Like that's what I'm doing. And like we always are like, should we record? Should we do this? Should we do that? And it's like we should. Like I know we should. But I really don't want to when it gets to that time, and that's like the time I have. And
we have so much time too. We have like 4 hours every night.
And it's just like we're burnt from the day, and like yes, that's an awful excuse, but like that's my excuse. That's why I haven't been doing it.
Maybe we should reopen the Patreon and get patrons so that they pressure us to do stuff. Because then we'd feel bad if we have like 30 patrons and we don't do anything.
Maybe.
Nah.
That was just a headache to figure out. Just if you're wondering why it isn't there.
And then it just stopped, so I'm too lazy to look back into it.
Come on, man, you gotta do it.
Yes, just make us do it. Keep pestering us. Whenever you see us online, if you see us in Discord and it tells us we're in a chambers or something, just be like, guys, stop doing chambers. Unless you're recording content for it. Oh, whatever. It's fine.
All right. With that being said, let's close this up before we make ourselves feel more guilty. Again, like, subscribe, everything like that. Only 20 subscribers away. Please, please, please.
Smash that like button.
Hit that subscribe button. Sorry. Okay. Love you guys. Deuces.
Bye.